With the release of Dragapult EX, one of the weird side effects of Dragapult entering the format with as much hype as it did is that a lot of decks took out Jirachi. And with Jirachi not in decks anymore, that kind of opened the door for Lost Box to creep back into the meta. It never really fully fell out of the meta, but it feels like it's very much back, especially with Andrew Hedrick winning NAIC with their build of Lost Box. And today we are going to look at this championship build that Andrew Hedrick played in the I think it's the biggest international championships ever. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Andrew's busted Lost Box deck. I will say, I am not the biggest fan of Lost Box, but I really enjoy playing this list. I think it's very streamlined, and there's a lot of good things that I really like about this one. So let's go and deep dive into the list. So of course we've got our 4 copies of Comfey with the flower selecting. Let's just look at the top 2 cards, put 1 into our hand, put 1 in the lost zone, and where you just can't recover those cards anymore. And the more cards you have in the lost zone, the more sort of attributes of your deck that you unlock. When you get 4 cards in the lost zone, you can use Cramorant's attack for free, spit innocently. It does 110 damage, really solid amount, and this is potentially a turn 1 attack as well. When you get 7 in the lost zone, that's our second major breakpoint. That opens the door for Mirage Gate, where we get to accelerate 2 energy of different types to our Pokemon in any way we like, and that can power up things like Iron Hands or Iron Thorns, or even, Greninja, or even Bloodmoon Ursaluna if you have to use it early. And then once we get to 10, we can use Lost Mine for 1 psychic energy to just drop 12 damage counters anywhere we want on the board. So really wanting to throw a bunch of cards in the Lost Zone as fast as we can with the help of Comfey, Colress's Experiment, and Lost Vacuum is going to be the way we will be getting cards in the Lost Zone. So some other cards here. We've got 4 copies of Comfey, 1 copy of Sableye for that Lost Mine attack, being able to drop damage counters all over the place is absolutely busted. And again, with less Jirachi in the format right now, Sableye can absolutely feast, and it's a great end game attacker, helping you clean up damage on Pokemon that you were able to soften up earlier in the game, or just taking out smaller prizes as well. Iron Hands is great in Lost Box. We can power up Ampu very much with 2 Mirage Gates, and then hit for 120 and take 2 prizes, or take an extra prize if we knock out with this move. And the combination of Cramorant in the early game and then Iron Hands in the mid game, you could potentially get yourself a 3 prizes if you are able to knock out like a basic EX with this. So really nice option to have. Iron Bundle is really good in this deck with that Hyper Blower ability, forces your opponent to switch their active to the bench when Iron Bundle's in the bench, and then you discard Iron Bundle. And this can force your opponent to put Pokemon that they don't want into the active, potentially making it easier for Iron Hands to take a multi-prize KO. Radiant Greninja is great here for that concealed cards ability. You discard an energy, draw 2 cards, giving you a little extra draw power, while also having access to that Moonlight Shuriken attack, where for 2 water and a colorless, you discard 2 energy and you do 90 damage to 2 targets. And it's totally possible to attack on turn 1 with this deck. Thanks to the Comfey and the Colress and the Lost Vacuums, it is possible to get 7 cards in the Lost Zone, power it up with Mirage Gate, and just get firing. 1 copy of Cramorant for that early game attack with the Spit Innocently. And then some other additions here. Bloodmoon Ursaluna is new to Lost Box. It is a beefy attacker, basic with 260 HP. It kind of fills that Charizard role as that end game attacker. Its Blood Moon attack does 240 damage for 5 colorless energy, but it costs 1 less for each prize your opponent has taken. So towards the mid game, you can power this up with a Mirage Gate and an attachment if they've taken 2 prizes. A Mirage Gate and an attachment's fine, but really you're using this towards the end of the game to hopefully land that finishing attack. And then even in the mid game, if you have to use Ursaluna and you can't attack, it's got 260 HP. It's going to be really hard for most decks to one-hit KO, and you run a billion switch cards in this deck. So not hard to swing with this on back-to-back turns. And last but not least, Iron Thorns EX. which is a very beefy Pokemon as well. 4 retreat, 230 HP, mostly here for that initialization ability where it shuts off all Rulebox Pokemon's abilities. So I kind of like starting this Pokemon when you draw into it at the beginning of the game, going second and just forcing your opponent to not have as many options in the beginning of the game. And certain decks, you'll want to power up Iron Thorns. You can power up Iron Thorns with a Mirage Gate and an attachment. And Volt Cyclone does 140 damage. And you have to move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Could be Iron Hands or something else. So it's not the worst attacker either, but really using this to slow down our opponent at the beginning of the game. For trainer cards, we've got 4 copies of Switch and 4 copies of Switch Cart so that we can keep those Comfeys dancing. The big difference with Switch Cart versus Switch is that Switch Cart only lets you move basic Pokemon out of the active, but in exchange you get to heal 30 damage off of the active Pokemon, which is nice. 3 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin to get our basics down. 2 basics that have 70 HP or less. So really this is our way of getting Comfeys on the board. Also worth noting, there is no Manaphy or Jirachi in Andrew Hedrick's list. That might be something that changes as the meta shifts, but for the time being, getting very greedy, no Manaphy in the list. We've got 3 copies of Lost Vacuum where you can only use this if you put another card from your hand into the Lost Zone. So you'll discard Lost Vacuum, you'll put one of your cards from your hand into the Lost Zone, and then you get to choose a Pokemon Tool or Stadium in play and send that to the Lost Zone. So if you play Lost Vacuum, you can potentially get an extra 2 cards of yours into the Lost Zone, giving you opportunities to power up your Lost Zone engine even faster, or also just get annoying tools or stadiums out of play that can slow you down. 1 copy of Heavy Ball to get a basic Pokemon trapped in your prizes. 4 copies of PokéStop where you discard the top 3 cards of your deck and put any items that you discard there into your hand. Tons of items in this deck, so really high hit rate with PokéStop. 4 copies of Super Rod lets you shuffle in combination up to 3 of basic energy or Pokemon. So really great way of getting these one-of Pokemon or your energy back, because I find that Lost Box decks fly through energy very quickly, especially since this one is pretty low on energy relative to other Lost Zone decks I have played with only 8. 1 copy of Roxanne when your opponent has taken 3 or more prizes. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck. You draw 6, they draw 2. Really great hand disruption there. 1 copy of Boss's Orders to gust the bench Pokemon into the active. Don't worry about having only 1 copy of Boss, because we do have 2 copies of Pal Pad to get 2 supporters from our discard pile back into our deck. So that can be our way of bossing or Roxanning multiple times if need be. 1 copy of Prime Catcher, where both players switch their bench Pokemon into the active, and you get to choose which of your opponent's bench Pokemon go into the active. So it's basically a free Boss's Orders while also acting as a switch card if you just need to move Comfey in before you do some other stuff. So amazing card in Lost Zone. 4 copies of Mirage Gate to accelerate energy. We've got 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down that are above 70 HP. I guess you could get Comfeys if in a jam, but stuff like Sableye and Iron Hands and the Ursaluna, you're going to need Nest Balls for that. 1 copy of Rescue Board to lower retreat cost by 1. This can turn your Comfeys or your Greninja or even your Cramorant. You're not going to use Cramorant as a pivot, but any 1 retreat Pokemon will have free retreat at that point, which is nice. And then Colress's Experiment. You want to play this at the beginning of the game in particular, where you get to look at the top 5 cards of your deck, put 3 into your hand and 2 into the Lost Zone. Last but not least, we have our energy counts: 3 Water, 2 Psychic, and 3 Lightning. So our general game plan, we want to get a couple of Comfeys on the board and dig. You generally want to go second because you also want to try and play Colress's Experiment, and you're going to want to get as many cards into the Lost Zone as you can to hit those big breakpoints, potentially swing with Cramorant on turn 1. If the math doesn't work out or you can't get Cramorant out, Iron Thorns might also be a decent way to end your turn with this in the active to prevent your opponent from using their abilities. And then from there, you're starting to take prizes, whether it's Radiant Greninja or Iron Hands, Iron Thorns, Cramorant, and even Sableye towards the end of the game, and chip away at them that way. All right, let's get to these matches. Iron Hands can take multiple prizes. They don't have a Charmander on the board, but they could have Buddy Poffin in hand. And they do play the Manaphy to immediately shut off the Greninja here. Yep, there's the Buddy Poffin. So I would probably go double Charmander right now if I were them. And yeah, what's our lines of play here? We don't have Canceling Cologne, so the Manaphy is... Oh, wow, the Dragapult too. Okay. I'm probably most... Like, if I have to take out one of these things, I'm taking out the Charizard. And potentially ending... Like, if we're not going to get a Cramorant hit in, I might try and end with an Iron Thorns in the active. Oh, yeah, this is very much... Yeah, Dragapult, Charizard. I wonder if this is towards list. So I think the move is concealed cards first, get 2 more cards, and then Colress's Experiment, and see what we can draw into here. All right, Super Rod's not bad. Let's go, but not for right now. It's too early in the game for that card. Still too early. Let's go Colress and see what we get. There's a Comfey. I think we have to take another Colress. And our switch options are okay right now, and we can't use Mirage Gate right this second. Let's go and take the water. And hopefully we can make some stuff happen here. Let's go and switch into Comfey. And we get ourselves... I think we have to take the Mirage Gate. That's annoying. And let's go and PokéStop and see what we can get. No, that was a bad PokéStop. Okay. That is not ideal. Let's go and attach energy to the Greninja here. And we wait. We could get to... yeah, we could potentially go to 5, but I don't think that helps us right now. Wow, we only got 1 Comfey and just like a bunch of stuff we can't use right now. Let's see, maybe they start slow. Yeah, maybe they have to instant charge into nothing. One can dream. Ooh, the switch out could be good. But them playing PokéStop off the... oh, okay, they're going to get Charizard and start swinging. This is very bad. Very bad. Yeah. Okay. So what's the play then, right? You have this 300 HP Charizard, 330 HP. Swinging for 1 billion damage, 180. Is it just Cram? Is it... I don't think it's Iron Hands. Oh, the Pidgeot? Yeah, the Pidgeot and the Charizard. That makes things even tougher. Iron Hands could potentially get us... oh, Iron Hands is not going to get us 3 prizes on the Pidgeot. We're only doing 100, 240. Max. So it might have to be just like Sableye shots to the bench, perhaps? I don't know. We're not really in a good position to deal with all this. We did not get off to a good start. Almost certainly Charizard into the Comfey dead. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of good pieces in our hand, but like just not the stuff we want to see at the beginning of the game. Only 1 Comfey is really depressing. Yeah, we can't even snipe the bench. If we have 3... yeah, just 3. And Ursaluna's only going to do so much damage right now. Oh, they're going to go in with the Dragapult? Oh, that's potentially even worse. Depending on what they have right now. If they can get some fire energy on here too, then we're potentially cooked. I would have just gone in with the Charizard, but hey, if they think they can make the Charizard play happen, right, and have Charizard and Dragapult set up, then we're probably toast. I don't necessarily see how we would get out of that. Okay, if they're switching out now, that feels like a... Oh! Really? They could have gone in with the Charizard and been done. I wonder if they prize the Charizard. That feels like a mistake. Okay, let's go and see what we can do then. Let's go Colress. And we get a... And do we keep the Roxanne? The Roxanne feels kind of pointless in the sense that the Super Rod is nice. I think we're going to need the Rod. Because they have the Pidgeot. Okay, we have 5 in the Lost Zone. 6 in the Lost Zone. Oh. Prime Catcher or Colress? Oh, God. If we can take out the Charizard... Okay. How many is that in the Lost Zone right now? That's 6. If we go and we get Comfey down. Okay, if we end up with the Iron Hands on the Charmander, that could be the play, right? Okay, let's go and... Oh, God, we don't have enough energy. Hold on, hold on. So we have the water. Is there enough energy in the... Okay, yeah, there's enough energy in there. So let's go and Super Rod back in all of these. And we'll go Mirage Gate again. And let's go, and I think we can conceal cards away the lightning energy at this point. Hold on to the... And let's go and grab ourselves the Charmander and amp you very much to that. And do we put energy on the Greninja just in case? No, we'll hold on to that. We'll hold on to that. And I guess we'll hit a PokéStop. Sure. See what we get. Ooh, not bad. We lose the... We'll go amp you very much for 120. We lose the Rescue Board, which is annoying. Okay, we'll take 2. Okay, Iron Thorns is not bad. They are going to attack this turn. Yeah, Dragapult is going to go in at this point. What can... Do we start powering up like the Ursaluna? Yeah, we hit for 160. I mean, we could go set up an Iron Thorns here. No, that's not going to be enough. Do we? Yeah, 2. If we could get the boss's orders and knock out like the Dracloak and take 2 prizes there, and then it's just a matter of getting the Rotom at some point in the game, that could be it. I would imagine they're going to get a Charmander down. Oh, okay. And yeah, a second Pidgey. Huh. Okay, they're going all in on the Dragapult. Sure. Let's see how they play it. Oh, counter catcher? Sure. I guess you take out, say, the Greninja and then soften up the Iron Hands. No, take out the Comfey. Okay. I don't know if I mean, I do agree with, like, taking out the and then, yeah, soften up the Iron Hands. Sure. Or soften up the Comfey. I think you have to soften up the... Soften up the Iron Hands. Put 3 and then put, like, 1... Okay. And then put 2 on the Greninja? Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. So, there's a couple... Do we go in with the Iron Hands and then... Yeah, I think we go in with the Iron Hands, and then we heal it with the Switch Cart, and then we... Okay, what does Heavy Ball get us? Heavy Ball gets us... Ooh, Ursaluna's good. Ursaluna's good. Okay. Do we... I think we can seal cards first. Hold on. How much is in the Lost Zone right now? Because there is potentially a play to get... Sableye going right now. I think we switch cart right now. And then this can't get knocked out on the following turn. Let's flower select. Please. Colress. There we go. And then we can take 2 prizes there. That's actually kind of goated. That's going to get us to 8. And... Now, we go and grab... Ooh, the Iron Bundle could be good. The Super Rod, do we need? Super Rod, yeah, we'll keep that. And then Nest Ball? No, Nest Ball we definitely don't need. Switch Cart. Or Switch. Okay. That gets us to 10 in the Lost Zone. If we've got Sableye here, yep. Then we switch Sableye into the active. We take 2 prizes. And hopefully it bosses. Yeah. Ooh, do we? Do we PokéStop? Yeah, I think we PokéStop to thin the deck. And if boss gets torn up here, yep, then we just Pal Pad that back in. And that's our road to victory. I don't think we need the Colress anymore. So I think we just put the boss back in. Okay. And now we drop a whole bunch. Yeah, they can take 2 prizes. That's fine, I think. Lost mine. 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, the horrifying thing is that they... Okay. I think we're still in a good spot. 3 prizes. Like, if they hit 2... Yeah, if they take 2 prizes right now, we could potentially... Could we boss KO the Ursaluna right now? Or boss KO the Rotom? Oh, okay. They're going to Iono us anyway. That gives us boss. But, that actually puts us in a bad spot now. Oh, that was a terrible play on their part. They should not have played. They should not have played that Pidgey. All of a sudden, the prize map is now changed. They gave that to us. They absolutely gave that to us. Wow. Content creator luck there? I don't know. But it was a heads-up move on our part to put the boss's orders back in the deck to even give us that potential, the opportunity to win here, right? And now, yeah, we just boss up the Pidgey. We amp you very much on the Pidgey, and we take the win. Boom. GG's. That was a wild match, and I don't know, man. Like, they must have prized the Charizard at the beginning, right? This would have been a way worse match had they prized the I was ready to scoop. Y'all heard me throughout this whole thing. I don't think we should have won that game. But they did not. They gave us an extra turn to set things up, and we were able to amp you very much the Charmander. We were then able to. They benched another Pidgey, right? They already had Pidgeot set up, and they benched another one for some reason, which gave us exactly 12 HP for our Sableye to take 2 prizes off the Manaphy and the Pidgey. And then they benched another Pidgey, which was then we were able to just Iron Hands that for the win. So just kind of a weird match there. I mean, we'll take that win, and I think the deck is really, our deck is like, has a lot of as far as like single prize lost box decks goes, this is my favorite one in a while. But like, that was a weird match, and I feel like they kind of they made a lot of unforced errors there, which made it a little easier for us to skate through with the win. But we'll take it. We'll take it. GG's. Okay, it's a mirror match. Ooh, they flushed the Iono down. That's interesting choice. They do get the Rescue Board and do get the Buddy Poffin, so they will get some more stuff. Probably, yeah, they're going to go triple Comfey right now. It would be amazing if we could get 7 in one turn. It is possible with this deck to hit 7 on turn 1. But all right, let's see what we can do. And I wonder what flavor. This might be the mirror match even. I've definitely seen more people playing Lost Box of late. And in particular, playing the exact build of Andrew Hedrick. But I just saw, yeah, 2 Ionos down. I don't think this deck runs 2 Iono. Yeah, okay. Let's go. We do have a Roxanne. That doesn't really help us right now. Let's go in Flower Select. And we grab ourselves, let's grab the Mirage Gate. I don't think we can probably afford to get rid of a Comfey at this point. And let's go and see if we can find a Colress here. No. Okay, we'll take that water energy. And that does kind of suck. Oh god, we were right there. We were right there. Okay, let's grab a third Comfey then. And I think we can get rid of an energy here and save the Switch Cart for another go. Colress, please. No. What does the Nest Ball get us? Do we just get like a 4th? Oh, we don't have the option for a 4th Comfey. But we can get a Greninja down. Right? We can get a Greninja down, and we could potentially high roll Colress here. Colress! Hey! All right, and we can get Cram? No, we don't. We don't get Cram, but we will take Colress and the Super Rod, and ooh, that gets us to 5. Yeah, let's go and grab the Vacuum here. We hard retreated already though, right? Okay, so we're at 5. Ooh. Can we do this? Let's go and vacuum away the Roxanne. Yeah. And we'll go and get this down. And we will go Oh no, we don't have it. We don't have it. Hold on. Is there water in the discard? Oh, yes. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Let's take the Iron Hands and the 2 waters. And we will go and attach water, lightning. So we'll go lightning to the active, water to Greninja. Did we? Yeah, I think we did it. There we go. And let's go snipe away 2 Comfeys for the turn 1 bomb. And we'll go and discard those 2. What a massive turn 1. Okay, we get the Super Rod, so we can throw a bunch of that energy back, and we could potentially Greninja again. And our opponent has 2 Iono in the Lost Zone, so they probably going to even struggle to just get a Cram going at this point. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one heck of a play right there. Whew. And yeah, that was fantastic. Ooh, we're playing against Lost Tina. Okay. And if they bench a second Comfey right now, if they have to bench Manaphy, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not a done deal. Not a done deal. But if we could possibly Sableye on the following turn, that would be insane, right? Yeah, I think we are probably playing for the Sableye on the next turn. Ooh. Yeah, we just now out-tempo them at this point. Okay. I kind of hope... Yeah, they're going to have to go in with the Comfey on this next one, right? Because they've only got... No. They've got 5 in the Lost Zone. Okay. Yeah. If we had Canceling Cologne, that would be so nice, but we do not. So, all right, there's the Iron Hands. That could be fun if we take 2 prizes there. But we're not going to have... Okay, let's Heavy Ball. Let's see. Yeah, the other Lightning's in there. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Let's go and... I think we Colress first. And we take the Super Rod. I think we take the Nest Ball. And let's take a Pal Pad. Right? We already have... No, we don't have PokéStop in hand. Okay, let's go and take the PokéStop then. Right? And then we can... That gets us to 9. Let's go and get a Sableye down. And let's try and get some Switch Cart action here. Or Switch action. No, we don't get it. That's annoying. We actually aren't going to get an attack off here unless we get... Huh. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. I really don't want to burn. Okay, can we get a switch here? Switch Cart, fantastic. Now, we did lose the Mirage Gate there, and that's actually kind of a problem because we only have 1 more Mirage Gate left, and we kind of need that for Iron Hand stuff. So... I don't think... Do we bench the Iron Hands even anymore? Okay, let's go and get some energy back. Putting the Iron Hands down could be a mistake. Psychic Water. So let's go. And let's go and put the, yeah, let's go put energy on the Greninja here. Oh, okay, we can't retreat. That's fine. And this is, we've got 10 in the Lost Zone now. And we'll drop 7 on the Manaphy. 7. And then we have 5. So if we go and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and just get these softened up for later. But now we can't fast charge anything. So, like, I don't even know if we can really attack going forward. Do we have Cramorant still in the deck somewhere? Yeah, they're just going to hard retreat. Okay. Yeah, this was a weird series of events there, but we're okay right now. Okay, what are they going to throw back in here? Okay. Is this a Lost Dragapult deck, and that's why there's the fire energy? Oh, and they're just going to get Manaphy back. That's annoying. I can't blame them, though. The threat is very real. But yeah, Iron Hands is actually a massive liability now because we can't... I can't power up Iron Hands. We lost all 4 Mirage Gates already. So this is gonna have to come down to other stuff here carrying us to the end. Can we get our second Pal Pad here? Is, yeah, boss. Are they stuck? That would be kind of nice if they were stuck. Yeah, Cramorant should still be in the deck. So, like, that gives us... Okay, they heal this off. That's annoying. Yeah, if they can just heal and take that route off the board for us. If they take both of those routes off the board for us, that sucks. And they're going to get to... Yeah, you're going to get to 9 here. Okay, let's see how they approach the rest of this turn. If they can't retreat, then they're kind of cooked. They just scoop. Jeez. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. Kind of a messy match. Not ideal, but the turn 1 Greninja snipe was absolutely ridiculous. So that is definitely one of the things you want to lean on playing with this deck, is trying to get that turn 1 attack, and that really put them on the back foot. Now, I definitely could have managed certain resources better. I think Mirage Gate was... losing the Mirage Gates was horrifying at that point. Like, realizing, like, oh, I benched the Iron Hands and I can't attack anymore was bad. Like, I can't power that up. But the way things were playing out there, like, we had... Pretty sure we still had a couple of more Super Rods left, and we could have used Sableye to put enough damage on the board to soften things up. We still had access to the Bloodmoon Ursaluna and so on. So it could have been painful towards the stretch if they were able to get back and recover, but they were not able to recover. So we'll take that win. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Andrew Hedrick's Lost Zone box deck that won the North American International Championships. Again, congratulations to them for the amazing performance. And that grand finals match was one of the wildest matches I've ever seen. So kudos to them for pulling off that win in a ridiculous match. I would highly recommend going back and watching that on like the Pokemon YouTube channel or the Twitch channel if you get a chance. I really like the deck. It's a ton of fun to play. It feels very consistent with a lot of it feels like there aren't that many frills in the deck, like tons of switch cards, lots of PokéStop, lots of Pokemon and energy recovery with the 4 super rods. I think it plays really well. Sometimes you're going to just have Lost box hands where you just have like a bunch of garbage, but I mean, all decks brick eventually. But I think relative to other Lost Box decks I've played, this one plays really smooth. So really big fan of this one. But what say you? Are you a fan of Lost Box? Do you hate it? There's, again, tons of ways of playing a single prize Lost Box deck. Roaring Moon is not in this deck. Raikou is not in this deck. Let me know what your favorite way of playing Lost Box is. You can play Lost Zone Dragapult, which is something that we probably should cover on the channel at some point. Lots of ways to play it, but this is the one we're covering today, and I think it's one worth covering because it just won one of the biggest tournaments of all time. All right, I got to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In3rdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at In3rdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, In3rdPerson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.